Have you ever looked around and wondered if anyone else has life figured out except you? Social media makes success look effortless, but behind every smiling photo is a story, and it's a story you rarely see. Today we are talking about why millions of people feel lost in their 20s and even 30s, and how finding your purpose may be closer than you think. Well, welcome to today's video, and my name is Richard. I hope you stay with me to the end of this video and enjoy this video. Welcome back to this episode of our postcard show. If this is your first time here, I welcome you, and I hope you feel or you find I hope you find insight into what we'll be discussing here today. Today's topic is something that affects almost everyone at some point in life, which is feeling lost. And it doesn't matter if you're 22, 30, or even 45, because there comes a time or moment where you wonder whether you're on the right path. You feel lost and you wonder if you're actually on the right path. Is there purpose in what you're doing, or you even wonder what exactly is your purpose in life? So, um, sometimes it is usually the beginning of discovering who you are, and let's get right into the video. And I'll be breaking this video into parts, and the first part here is having explained why we feel lost at times. And let us be honest, life today moves incredibly fast. If you take a look around you, you see that life is moving at a very fast pace, and a lot of people find it difficult to keep up with the pace, you know. So every day we are flooded with highlight reels from thousands of people. When you look at the lives of many people and you see that they are years ahead of you, and at that point, competition or comparison comes into play. Someone is celebrating a new job, someone is getting engaged, someone is driving a brand new car, someone is starting a successful business, and you're wondering where am I? What we don't see are the sleepless nights. Behind every successful story or every success story, you find a hidden effort in place. There are sleepless nights, there are times of failures, there are rejections, there are deaths. Myself, that I'm speaking to you, I've just taken courage to come online to start my own success journey, and I'll come back to this video someday in the future. There are years of hard works behind those moments, and social media has made quite a comparison, has made comparison easier than ever. You compare your life to other people's life, and you see that there is a gradient, there's a gradient. You are here, they are there, they are here, they are there somehow. And the truth is, everyone is on a different timeline, and that is just the truth. Everyone is on a different timeline. We have different purposes, and our time style in fulfilling these purposes differ. Understand? Part two is the society's invisible deadline. So the society has a deadline for everybody. Like I said, everybody has a time style for fulfilling their purposes. There's a deadline the society has placed on you, because whatever nature has given to you to fulfill, there is a deadline for you to fulfill that purpose. Many people believe they should have everything figured out before they turn 30, or as they turn 30. Some, you know, such as a successful career, a financial stability. You should be married, you should have children, you should have a house or an apartment. But where did these deadlines come from? One thing you need to understand is that life isn't a race. Some people discover their passion at 18, as early as 18, while others discover it at 30. I don't want to say late, I mean at 50, and I don't want to say late 50, because every point of discovery is an early time for you. Colonel Sanders, let's take an example. Colonel Sanders built KFC, the infamous KFC fast food, in his 60s. Many successful authors published their first books later in life. I remember the author of Harry Potter. She wrote that book from this, but the discovery she made all the billions she could at when she was almost of age. Success doesn't arrive according to one universal schedule. There is no universal schedule, else the world will collapse. There's no universal schedule. Everybody must be successful at this point, else you will not. No one will be serving any purpose at all. Your own journey belongs to you, and you are the propeller of that journey. The next thing we need to understand is that failure is in the end. Failure is part of your journey. Failure is part of your journey in life. You have to accept it. I've accepted mine, and I hope you also have accepted yours, so you start working on using your failure as a stepping stone. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck is fear. People are afraid of failing. You're afraid of failing. That's something I wouldn't say bad, but it's not something you should find yourself in. Try to get out of that fear of failing, fear of embarrassment. You're afraid to be embarrassed. For instance, I'm in this category because I am a very shy person, so I hate anything that will bring embarrassment to me. But yeah, I am now. I hate being on camera, but here I am today on camera, so I'm taking action because I don't want to remain where I used to be. But failure isn't the opposite of it's not directly the opposite. Failure, like I said, is part of your success story or part of your success journey. And every mistake teaches you something valuable if you are keen in learning. Okay. The next point here is finding your own purpose. For you to be able to make progress or make a progress, you should be able to find your purpose. And sometimes to make it even more meaningful, you need to know your talent. Discovering your purpose and finding your talent are two at the same side of at the same side of your success journey. You need to know what your talent is for you to be able to serve your purpose. And you can also serve your purpose if you don't know or if you have not discovered your talent, because nature hides our talents in our purpose. You discover your purpose and you know that okay, this is what I'm meant to be. Sometimes you discover your purpose but you've not discovered your talent. Sometimes you discover your talent but you have not discovered your purpose. So you discover your purpose and you discover your talent. That would help you become great. You start small. Alright. I feel guilty of this one. I always want to start big, and I've lost a lot of money thinking this is not the right time. I need big to start big. No, people are interested in stories. People are interested. Once they see a success story, they want to go back to see how you started. Okay, this person started small, and that is how nature. Even the Bible says, "Do not forget the days of your humble beginnings." Humble beginning means starting small. But you may be the one thinking it's small, but it's not small. It's not small. What genuinely excites you? These are questions you ask yourself. Then finding your purpose. What genuinely excites you? What activities make you lose track of time so that you disengage from distractions? What problems do you enjoy solving? Purpose is not discovered overnight. So it takes years. For some people, it takes months, it takes years. Some people never even discover their purpose during their lifetime till they die. They don't. I hope that does not be your own story. It's built through consistent action. First, you need to take action, and then you need to be consistent. I feel guilty of everything I've mentioned here. See, you need to take action. You need to start from somewhere. You just have to take the action, and then you take action. You take another one. You have to be consistent. Consistency is key. A lot of people have said it, and a lot of stories have proven this fact. consistency is key. You also open yourself to experiences. You read a lot of books and you volunteer. The next point here is to stop comparing. Don't compare yourself, else you will only see limitations. When you compare to other people's stories, you begin to see failure again. You begin to see limitations. You begin to see limitations because you see the kinds of things this person achieve, and you begin to wonder if you can achieve. So that becomes a limitation. Learn to celebrate people's victory and support them where possible. That is to say, you have to make yourself a part of other people's success story. Mind you, it could be an investment for you. You know, invest in people so that in the long run you can get dividends from it one way or another. You take practical steps as well. Now, to conclude this episode, if nobody has told you recently, I just want to remind you that you are not behind, you are not late, and you haven't missed the opportunity. Your story is being written, and you are the author. You only decide how long you want to keep writing your story. The chapter you are in right now may feel confusing, but it won't last forever. So don't stop learning. Keep growing and keep believing in yourself. And I want to hope that this episode has encouraged you, and if it has, share it with someone who needs to hear it today, or save it for a future reminder. And please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a comment, leave a suggestion, share anything you want to do with us on the comment section, and turn on that notification bell to be notified when we release our next episode. Thank you and have a blessed day.